Zoom room Shannon Murphy. She's the chairwoman of the board of the Guam Ethics Commission. Good morning, Shannon.
Good morning. Half a day.
So we wanted to bring you on just to kind of get an update because when I did a Google over the weekend, I saw the last story we did on the Ethics Commission was in July of last year, and I know that you guys have had some issues with your budget and all that stuff. But long story short, still waiting for the Guam Ethics Commission to get up and running. So what's the latest update with that, Shannon?
Well, so this fiscal year, we got some financing, not as much as what we were expecting, but given the situation, this is what we got. So we decided to try and make that work. And so the first thing we have to do is to hire a couple of employees to do the work. And then, the next thing is to find an office space and create our website and all that. But so we got just last week, we were able to hire a woman to be the administrative assistant. And now we've been advertising for the last 2 weeks for a executive director. And we have some applications. That the application opening will be closed on January 15th, and then we'll interview and hire somebody. So after that, then those two will actually be working on it full time. We're just, the commission board is supposed to make decisions and stuff, not actually do the work of setting up the office. So these two people will start that. That's where we are.
Okay, so when do you think would be the soonest that people can make? And then how does it work if people are going to make complaints about, any kind of ethical issues that are going on with the government of Guam?
So the things that we have to do before we actually start taking complaints is first we want to, simultaneously we're going to be working on the SOPs, because right now we don't even know, if something happened you think is unethical from 5 years ago, could you complain, or is it only current things that are happening? I mean, there's a lot to decide on and set up, and also is there a way that bigger issues move to the front of the line, or there's just a lot of things to set up. But so we'll be working on that. We need to develop a public education campaign so that the people know, what is acceptable and not. I mean, there is already ethics training going on with the government of Guam, so that shouldn't take very long. And then the third thing is I really want to do is create a really good website so that you can just go online to the website. This is how all the other ethics commissions in the states are doing it, and the federal government. You go in there and you can read what the rules are, and if you think something is wrong, then you click on that particular thing, and then there'll be a form that you fill out and submit. And then from there, we would get it and then do the investigation. And then it comes to the board. We would have a meeting and decide what to do. I mean, it could be anything from writing a letter to your boss, to a fine, to being fired. But these are not illegal things. They're just unethical. So that's what we're looking at setting up. And I'm hoping it'll be done by June, but I think
I heard that one before, Shannon.
But we didn't get funding last year.
Yeah,
we were supposed to, we never got any.
And let me just say, it really looks like this is just clearly not a priority for this administration at all. I mean, if it was, I think that we'd be having a whole different conversation now. So how would you, and are you, is that your position to respond to that kind of commentary going on in the community?
I disagree. I mean, this Ethics Commission was on the books from since the 90s, and nobody ever set it up. So finally, Governor Liu is doing it, and so it's just it's not that easy to set up a new agency or commission. It takes time and money. So we just didn't have the money last year. By the time we went into play, it was that they already had passed the budget, so they tried to get some money from another lapsed funds, and it never came through. And then we had the pandemic, which kind of disrupted everything for everybody, right? So now we got it, and we're moving forward. It's happening. So let's just focus on that, okay?
What happened to plans to open up the Ethics Commission office at the old Guam legislature? Is that still happening?
No.
No.
It was given to a different agency. I think I'm not sure who, public health possibly. Remember when they had to close their building in Ningilo and then everybody was spread all over the place? I don't really know, but I was told, no, I'm sorry, we've rescinded that offer. So we have to find another space. And, just to rent an office space, it's not like in the public sector where you just like go out and find one and rent it. But you have to go through GSA and it takes a little longer, but I'm hopeful it'll happen in a few months. Otherwise, we can work from home to get started.
Is this where the administrative assistant is working? She's teleworking?
Yeah. She was working at Department of Labor in the PUA program, where they're, but it's, that's just was a short-term job for her. So she's still, we have different people that Lou has given us to help us figure things out, like how to get set up and, with the payroll and how to use GSA and all that. So we've got good help, and we're grateful for that. So
can people still apply for the executive director position?
Yes, up until January 15th.
What are you looking for in an applicant to that position, Shannon?
I'm looking for a management kind of a person, somebody who has like 5 years experience, preferably definitely a BA, but even a master's degree would be good. We want somebody who's recognized as a ethical person that would be a good leader for this. And so
no prior convictions or anything like that.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. And someone who knows how to start things, because it's a special skill to actually start something up. Figure it out and get make a. And we're going to be there too. But it's just we all have other jobs and stuff, so we weren't really prepared to do the work ourselves. We're not getting paid. So we need somebody who's like, this is their full-time job to make this happen. And we're almost there. By the end of January, we will definitely have, I can say definitely, because nothing's definite in the future, right? Anyway, that's our plan, is by the end of January, we'll have
Who took your office away? I'm just saying, it's like you didn't get a budget, you had an office, now you don't got an office. Now, I mean, it's...
Well, the one who was setting it up for us is Lester Carlson at BVMR. So I'm not sure. You'd have to ask him about it. All I asked him, about 6 months ago, I said, do we still have that office space? And he said, no, sorry, it was taken over by a different agency.
Oh, I love calling Lester Carlson. Got something to do this week.
What's the salary for the executive director?
It's like 70-some thousand. We didn't decide it. What we did was we drafted up the commission members. We drafted up the job description, and we sent it to DOA, right. And then their personnel department had meeting and decided, okay, with these kind of skills and this kind of responsibility, they would meet this executive salary. And then what I don't know. They have a whole like it's just like E to T and this and that and level one, so they told us, okay, this is what the person was going to, which was a little more than what I was expecting to pay, but it's not my decision. So it's okay. It'll work out.
Okay. So currently though, if somebody has some sort of ethics complaint, the commission is not accepting them?
No, we can't accept them until we're set up. Okay. I mean, it would be, yeah. But
you could do with that ethics complaint, people.
Call Chris and Bree.
Yeah. So we're the Ethics Commission for now, I guess. Well, Shannon, we just wanted to get you on and catch up and find out where you're at. It looks like we got some following up to do.
Okay, and then I'll let you guys know when we make our progress. Okay.
Thank you.
Please.
Okay.
Okay. Take care.
Take care.
710. It's the link on the Breeze 93.9. Yeah, clearly, I mean, not a priority. Well, and I only say that because there was a big to-do when they ran and when they were elected. I'm talking about Lou and Josh. There's a big to-do about we're going to restart the Ethics Commission, and well, here we are.
I remember covering this though, Ethics Commission years ago, because this law, I want to say, was authored by Senator Judy Guthertz.
Wow.
And so it has been, like Shannon said,
kicked
has been on the
and,
books for forever, because, when a complaint is filed over at, let's say, the Guam Election Commission, it's supposed to go to the Guam Ethics Commission. But instead, you know, when you don't file your financial disclosure reports, things
Right,
like that, it goes to the Guam Ethics Commission. And I remember covering this story a long time ago because there were complaints that were filed. People didn't file their financial disclosure reports, and you know, of course, I questioned whoever the director was. I want to say maybe Jerry Titano at the time or somebody prior to him. You know, so what happens after this? They didn't file. They filed an extension. The extension has come and gone. Well, what happens? And it was, well, they're supposed to go to the Guam Ethics Commission. Okay, so who's on the Guam Ethics Commission? Oh, there isn't a Guam Ethics Commission. So then what happens? You know, so nothing.
Exactly. And it's because our elected leaders, they don't want a Guam Ethics Commission impaneled. If they did, it would already be up and running. And it's clear whether, you know, it's suffocating them, separating them from their budget or whatever, or, you know, taking the office away. It's clear that they just don't want people to have the ability to complain, which I think is egregious because right now we have an attorney general who's shown that he's not willing to investigate this administration.